Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. So it's going to be quite noisy at the moment, but I just want to share to you guys. There's a more fun method. Now I've told you guys that I'll probably be back trading it and sharing to you guys how the strategy is working right. Now, obviously, I was in this cup right here on the 1 minute time frame, which was a very successful scalp, right? So the second TP is actually, or the second trade is actually running, but the first trade was quite successful. Now, I'm not really going to talk about this 1 minute time frame because what I'll be talking about is the 5 minute time frame. Sorry, I'm not currently at home. So definitely there's going to be a lot of noise. So just try your best. I'll try and suppress this noise as much as I can. But anything that you get, just try your best and listen to it very well, right? So obviously, this is what we have. As you can see, we are in a downtrend on the 714 method. Now, I've already told you if the 714 method has tested the initial order block that you were supposed to use to trade. This is the order block of the trend right here, right? So that was what you were supposed to use to trade. But since the 714 method has tested that order block, then we'll probably be looking for a market structure shift to now be able to execute a trade, right? Why is this necessary? Because why is this necessary? Because the 714 method has tested it already. So there's a high chance it can be broken. What is tested can be broken, right? So it's not really a big deal. So what are we looking forward for? Because we are in a downtrend within this zone, we are looking forward for an uptrend, an upward move to counter trade this downtrend, right? That is just what we are looking forward for. And we're also looking for it getting to what its final height. So this could be the first high we will be targeting, right? And probably this. But when you look at the trend itself is just currently showing that it's a bearish trend movement, right? As you can see, we came back down and took out this major low. So that was why I was actually targeting the sell from this high, but I did not get it. So I had to resort to scalping the 1 minute time frame, which was this right here, right? So right now, what I'm going to do is going to be extremely easy. I'm not going to I'm not going to stress you guys. We're just going to go ahead and see where could you actually get a trade with the 714 method. So this is also the last low of this zone right here. Obviously, as you can see, we have this level as our what? Our demand zone or our order block, and we also have this zone right here. Now there's a fair value gap inside this range as well. So meaning even though price has already tested this order block, there's still levels that we can use, right? This is a fair value gap. Remember the strategy you use fair value gap, support and resistance, or an order block, right? So this is a fair value gap. This is the order block right here. So we have three levels to actually execute this trade from. And at the same time, with the market structure shift right here, meaning a candle closing above this zone right here, that will be a mega structure shift. We can now buy from here all the way up. We'll have a secure what stop loss, right? So it's not really a big deal. That is just what we have to do. That's just what is going to happen. So let me take you guys through again what I'm just saying. So the 714 method, we are in a downtrend. We are looking forward to buy. We use three things to buy, right? Support and resistance, fair value gap, and an order block, right? So we can see that this order block has already been tested. So yes, it can still be a valid order block, but if it's tested within the 714 method, then you should wait for a breakout structure to now execute your buy all the way up, right? Also, when you look closely, you realize that we have a fair value gap right here that could be used as an entry. These are small fair value gaps as well. I'm sorry, that one wasn't a fair value gap. So here there's a fair value gap there as well, right? But also with these fair value gaps right here, it also has a support zone right here. So this would be a very strong zone for us to use to actually execute trade on the 714 method. At the same time, we have the last low, which is this other block right here. So it depends on how price approaches the level, right? So if price kind of cools down a little bit, let's say, so if we have something that looks like this, that means price is definitely cooling down, right? If price is cooling down, what is it telling us? It's telling us that it wants to do what? It wants to buy. So we're targeting to execute trades right here. But because it's a lot, we should start from this zone and our stop loss should probably be inside this level right here. So let me mark the exact things that we'll be using to execute the trade so that you understand. Now, this other block is non-negotiable, right? It's a compulsory zone, and this might as well be something that looks like this. Why? Because there's a power lookup. Yes, there's also a support and resistance. So this is a very good zone. So starting from this level will be a very strong zone for us to start executing our trades from. So probably have something that looks like this. Issue at least a little bit just enter into the other block, right? But we should have something like this or something that looks like this, right? So we should have these two things. One, which is the what? The breaker, the break of structure right here because it has already tested the other block. So moving up for a break of structure right here, we should be targeting highs. And two, coming back down to this zone right here will be a strong zone for us to target what? The overall high, which is this zone right here. So yes, that is just how the 714 method will look like. But overall, the trend that I'm currently looking at and the trend that I was trading with this right here was a sell trend. Why am I saying it was a sell trend? So when you look at the trend very well, you realize that we shoot all the way up to this zone, to this high right here. Price came back down, give us a new high. But obviously, we can see that we came all the way down and broke through that low right here. So this is a major change of character, right? But we've seen this play out multiple times. We've seen price do this and just continue to push all the way up again. So this is equally possible, right? This is equally possible, and that could also happen again. So right now, there's really nothing serious to do. All we need to do is just wait, see what happens, and execute. I'm already in a trade. You can learn to execute trades on smaller time frames. Trust me, it helps a lot. But so far, so good. There's nothing serious happening, right? I really think this is going to hold. I'm pretty sure it might hold, and if it holds, that would be a very good thing because price will push all the way up. If this holds, price will push all the way up. My problem is this sell zone right here. That was where I actually wanted this trend to actually reach before the drop. You can see that I did not pick my trade, so I'll be canceling this. The reason why I executed this is because this did not get taken right. When you pull this, you realize that it was very close, but it never got taken. So yes, that is just what I'm looking forward for. Now this was on a 5 minute, 1 minute time frame, and it's already at I've already hit my final TP on it. So I'll be closing that trade as well. This trade right here, I'll be closing it as well. Why? Because this was what I was just targeting, and when it's done, you just get out of the trade. Now, I was actually holding it to come all the way down to this, which could probably do so, right? The trend could probably do so. It could probably shoot all the way down to that zone right there. But currently, I can see what is happening around the zone. I can see exhaustion, right? So buyers got exhausted here. Sellers drop back down. A complete reversal around here will be a different story. Why am I saying that? This is a 1 minute time frame, so I can use it to do analysis as well. So a complete reversal right here, something like this. That would be a different story, right? So that would be a different story. That would be a very good story, to be honest. So yes, this is and obviously this is a very good zone to buy. This is a very good zone to buy. A very, very good zone to buy. This is a very, very good zone to buy. So I could easily buy around here, but as I've already said, always stick to the strategy. If it says do this, do that. So I'll be closing this trade as well. I can always get into more trades whilst we continue to shoot also with that. But I want to concentrate on trading the 714 method. I want to see how it's going to react. I want to see how it's going to move right. So let me go ahead and close this trade right now. So that is just it. It's not really going to be a big deal. Now, if this candle closes above this zone, I'll be buying first TP here, second TP right there. Remember, I said it's you can wait to buy around here, but if it's able to close above this zone, I'll be buying. I'm trading with the 1 minute time frame here.
A few moments later.
All right, so the confirmation on the 5 minute time frame is not yet done, but the confirmation for the 1 minute time frame is already done, right? Why? Because if you go to the 1 minute time frame, you see that we've broken above this zone right here. So let me show you this on the 1 minute time frame. So you can see that we've broken above. So 1 minute confirmation is already done. I'll be executing 2 trades, and let's go back to the 5 minutes. So 1 minute confirmation is done. We've already broken above here, which is a very good zone. I've already told you guys. I've executed a trade. Remember, you don't have to trade with the 1 minute confirmation. I just know how to use the 1 minute confirmation or 1 minute time frame. That is why I'm executing a trade based on it. If you don't know how to use it, just ignore it. Okay, just ignore it. Now, this was where I actually wanted price to get to. So I'll probably be targeting it as first TP with the 1 minute. So this would be the trade almost at this zone right here. So 16K, which will probably be times 2. So that would be for the 1 minute time frame, right? And obviously the 5 minute time frame, which you should be trading with the 714 method, right? So the 714 method hasn't really given a confirmation. Confirmation is already here, which is the other block. But since it's already tested, you want to be sure. So if you want to be sure, you have to do what? Wait for a break above this line right here, which is going to give you a market structure shift. So with that market structure shift, you can now go ahead and do what? Execute trades, right? Very simple. So that is just how it's going to be. It's not really going to be a big deal. So just take your time, understand. So you see that the 5 minutes time frame, which I'm supposed to use to trade the 714 method, its first TP should be here, and its second TP should be at this height right here. So this should be the 714 method. About 1:2. This should be a trade. So that's just how it is. All right. So that is done. Unfortunately, the candle that actually went through the 714 methods entry confirmation was so strong that I couldn't get a trade in time, right? So you can see that using the 1 minute confirmation was actually good. But yes, obviously, as you can see, that's how the 714 method works. Extremely easy right now. This is usually just a 1:1 risk to reward ratio. But remember, you are not losing any money. So if you are not losing any money, you are in profit, and it's good profit, right? So I'll be getting out of this trade as well. As usual, I don't keep trades that much. But obviously, this should have been the last high of the trend, right? That is where I should have been targeting for price to reach. This trend can still push all the way up to that zone, but that doesn't really matter because I've already reached my first TP and I'm already supposed to get out of this trade right now. This is what I was supposed to hold onto this level right here, but I didn't because I not get the trade. It was too fast. I couldn't have executed the trade here. That is way too high. So that is just the reason why I did not get it. Now you do understand how the 714 method works. Simple as that. We're in a downtrend. We are expecting an uptrend. That is the uptrend. You execute your buys. The only problem was it has already tested this zone. So here would have given us a very nice risk to reward. So here would have given us a very nice risk to reward, which would have been a 1:3 risk to reward, right? Which is where you are supposed to be buying. Remember, that is where you're supposed to be buying. The only reason why I don't do that is because of confirmation. Most of the times you buy like that and price will later on just take you out, which would be a very bad thing, right? So obviously you can see the price is swinging back. I said I have to close this and I left it until price is coming back again. So remember, always secure your profit, right? It's very, very important. So I'm done for the day. I'm done for the day.